Hi Taurus, these are going to be your guidance cards for the week of February 14th through February 20th of 2021. Alright, so it looks like you have indecision, number 8. You're at a fork in the road and you really need to make a decision. So it's possible, Taurus, that you have not made that decision yet. Alright, let's see. So a challenge or obstacle that you might face, Taurus, you have the Two of Swords. So the Two of Swords is about needing to make a decision, but you're having a hard time deciding. Like, you can't see what's going to happen. I just picked up really quickly that this person can't see if they if they choose left, they can't see the future, so they don't know if it's going to turn out good. And if they choose right, again, they can't see the future, so they don't know if it's going to turn out good. So they're choosing to stay stuck. And I feel like that is what... that one came in really clear, so that must be a message for someone pretty direct. But yeah, so choosing to stay stuck is your challenge or obstacle. Alright, a lesson that you've already learned that can help you with this challenge or obstacle, you have the Two of Wands. And then the outcome of the week, the Moon. Alright, so the Two of Wands is about being patient. Kind of like, and it's in your lessons already learned, so I'm feeling like you were already patient. The Two of Swords tells me that you need to make a decision, you need to move, you need to take an action. The Two of Wands, in your lessons already learned, something that's already happened to you, is patience. So you were already patient, and now I feel like the time has come that you were patient and it is time to move on. And then you have the Moon is your outcome, and the Moon is emotions. It could be really deep emotions. It could be something that's hidden from you, something you don't understand or you don't see clearly. And that's what I'm getting here, because that's the challenge or outcome. That's the challenge and then the outcome. So I'm feeling like you're undecided this week. You're still not changing. You're kind of like standing still and you're waiting for something in particular. When I see the Two of Wands, I always feel like, if you notice, he's looking to the left. And he has the world in the palm of his hand facing to the left. So whatever, it's like he's waiting for something. And sometimes I feel like he's waiting on two different outcomes. And he already knows, or he's expecting this outcome. The way he's facing to the left, that's the outcome he's expecting. So I feel like... So Taurus, you had all this new love energy. You've had it for several weeks coming in, but you've had several weeks where this new love energy was coming in. You were really undecisive about doing it. You finally do it, and you let this energy like come in, and then you kind of like went back, and it was like you went back to like an old attachment or an old way, and you didn't want to release something. So Taurus, it looks like you're still not letting something go. Whatever that is, I feel like it's still the same thing. And a lot of times when good things happen to us, like a new relationship or a new love, a new dear person to us, it's like we're scared. Like it's so good. You're like, well, what bad thing is going to happen? Like, instead of enjoying the good time with this person, you're just more worried about, or all you can think about is like, what is the potentially bad thing that could happen, but yet nothing bad has happened yet. So let's clarify. We clarified last week, and I really thought it made it, kind of gave us more detail. So let's clarify the Two of Swords. You have the Hermit. Okay, so whatever this decision is, you have to go within. The answers are within. It could have something to do with, it could be spiritual. It could have something to do with a spiritual awakening, something like that. So I do feel like it could be just saying to pray. Like, if you have a tough decision to make and you really are stuck and you're not sure which way to go, this really could just be telling you to pray to your higher, like your spirit, God, whoever it is that you pray to. And I feel like that could be saying that you could find answers that way. The Two of Wands, you have the Four of Pentacles. So again, remember how I said that I felt like he had expectations, like he was facing a certain way and he thinks this is what's going to happen. The Four of Pentacles is where you're holding on to something like really tight. Most of the time people say the Four of Pentacles is you're holding on to something too tight and you need to let it go. You're not able to move forward because you're not letting it go. So I feel like it's possible that someone thinks an outcome is going to be a certain way. And I feel like they could be manifesting that outcome repeatedly because that's what they're thinking. That's what they're waiting for. It's like they can't enjoy the whatever the good thing is. They don't want to enjoy it because they're just kind of waiting for, or they're not able to enjoy it. It's not that they don't want to enjoy it. They're not able to enjoy it because they're just waiting for like something to go wrong, something like that. Five of Swords is, I always get like this guy has a headache, like he's holding his head like, oh. But Five of Swords is where there's like disagreements, there's arguments. So I feel like this is within yourself, where he's holding his head. You're having disagreements with yourself. Like you're, should I do this? Should I not do this? I'm going to do this. No, wait, I'm not going to do this. So I'm feeling like that is what's going on here. Alright, let's see if we can get some guidance for you, Taurus, to try to make this maybe a little bit easier of a decision. But I'm feeling like you're really going to have to let something go. And it could just be being comfortable, you know, when you kind of expect things to be bad all the time, or you don't see something good coming in, it's easier just to be like, well, this is how it's going to be, so I just give up, and you know, I'm not going to expect anything good to happen. Something like that is what I'm picking up. Alright, we're going to pull two of these, one for the beginning of the week and one for the end of the week. We do have the big planet Stellium happening on the 17th, and that is going to fall in the middle of the week here. So that could be some pretty intense energy that's coming in also. Let's see what we have. So Taurus, you have resistance. Okay, not surprised to see that. You're clearly clenching onto something. It can't be something that's like good for you because you need to let it go. It could be something that's causing you like a lot of headaches and is causing you a lot of stress and emotional, just like a lot of intense emotions. You have surrender. Wow. Okay, so I want to say surrender. Whenever I pull this card in my personal readings, a lot of times people think that surrender means they're giving up. You're not giving up, Taurus. Surrender means that you are kind of like earlier when I said that you should pray. Surrender means like, so everyone has a different label for spirit, for source, for our creator, right? I call him God. So to me, this is, I feel like it's saying that you need to pray to God. And surrender, in the book, in the description, it talks about how you're not giving up. You're just laying it's kind of like that verse in the Bible that talks about how you hit your worries at his feet. And that is what's happening. That's what you're doing. You're not saying like, I quit and I don't want to do this anymore. You're just saying that you don't want to have to worry about it no more. You don't want to have to stress about it no more. You want to have faith that the universe has your back, that God's going to protect you, and he's not going to send you someone that's going to hurt you, or someone that's going to, you know, he's not going to do anything. There's so many, like all of a sudden all these verses are coming in, but the one that says, he doesn't give you anything you can't handle. So clearly, Taurus, you're a very strong person, but I feel like you're making something harder than it has to be. Surrender. Let your higher source take all your concerns and your worries. I feel like this is like for someone that maybe tries to control a lot of things. You're not going to be able to control everything. You're going to have to release some of this. Release something. Release. I feel like if you could just do that, like you've had this kind of like where you're buttoned up against a wall. You kind of had this for the last couple of weeks, so I feel like there's something that you're clearly holding on to that you need to release, you need to let go. And it could just be control. It could just be just allowing God, allowing the universe to take over, and just be willing to admit that you're not, you know, I don't want to say you're not powerful, because you are powerful, Taurus, but I feel like I'm kind of getting like you can't save the world, which you can save the world, so I'm not sure. I'm getting like someone is trying to do something against something. Like there's a force coming at you, and you're just trying to keep pushing in this way, and you need to just turn around and go the other way. I feel like if you would just turn around and go the other way, you would see that it would come out a lot smoother. Alright, I'm going to end it with Moonology Oracle, and this will be guidance for your thoughts and emotions. I do feel like you're going to have a lot of inner thoughts, a lot of kind of just running things through, like a process, like, you know, pros and cons I'm getting, that kind of thing. But I feel like you're really not going to feel any like release or any, you're not going to be able to make a decision and go forward until you just surrender. You need to just surrender and just allow the universe to take its course the way it's supposed to be. Okay, so I got hold your vision. Alright, Taurus, so that is completely opposite of what I just said. But I do want to point out that this Four of Pentacles is back here. And this Four of Pentacles is someone who holds on to something very tightly. Okay, so now, I'm sorry. So I'm getting, if you did hold on to something very tightly and people kept telling you to let it go, it's possible, okay, so it's possible that you held on to it for a reason. Now I gotta pull another one. Show the world the real you. Okay, and that's the full moon in Aquarius. And a fixed moon falling right on top of resistance. So I'm clearly stumped here, Taurus. You got me this week. I'm going to say that someone clearly needs to make a decision here. They do need to go within to make that decision. I feel like it's something that they've been holding on to. Maybe having like an expectation of it going south quickly, something like that. But I feel like as soon as you can surrender and just like let the universe know that you have faith and you believe that the universe will protect you and guide you, then you're going to be able to find the clarity you need to get through these intense emotions. If you are holding on to something really tight and you feel like, no, everyone's told me to let it go and I'm not going to for whatever reason, as long as you don't feel like you're hurting yourself or you're not causing yourself any more anguish, clearly the guidance says hold your vision. So that is for someone. But show the world the real you really feels like that goes with it too, Taurus, just because I feel like new change has been trying to come in here for you, and you have been very resistant to it for whatever it is. I feel like it's okay to show everyone who you are, Taurus. Alright, I'm going to leave it there. It sounds like you're going to have a really interesting week, so can't wait to see you next week. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, if it feels like your tribe, please like and subscribe.